guys, we back with another one, and today we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith, some of the things coming against him via some very prominent professional athletes in two different professions. You got Chicago Bulls point guard Lonzo Ball, who announced the other day on Trae Young's podcast that he's out for the season. And you also had Stefon Diggs, with everything going on with him in Buffalo. Stephen A. Smith said, according to his sources, he heard he don't want to be there no more. That's a fact taken to the bank. And he said, according to his sources, as far as Lonzo Ball goes, that, he may never be the same and he can't play the game if he can't stand up. So Lonzo sent out a video showing that he could clearly stand up. And we're going to check that out. And we're going to check out what Stefon Diggs had to say. And I'll be back with my commentary. Let's peep it.
Yeah. Just how you doing now? Like when it comes to recovery, getting back into it, like how has the mental been? Like right now, what are you doing to make sure you right everything about you?
Just taking it day by day, bro. I just had a really big surgery, hopefully the last one I ever have to get. But it's a long process. Going to be out I'm already out this whole next season. So when I first got hurt, we didn't really know what it was. I've seen all type of different doctors and stuff, and I was kind of just going up and down. And that was really hard for me because I just didn't know what the next day was going to be like. Mm-hmm. And at least now, I got the surgery. We got a plan moving forward. We've been on plan. I'm on track. So hopefully everything works out. But, I just leave it up to God, man, and just do the best I can and live with the results, for real.
Absolutely. Man, that's fire, man.
Stephen A., what is your reaction?
I am not a doctor. I'm incredibly sad for Lonzo. I knew that he wasn't De'Aaron Fox. It's the only fight that Magic Johnson and I ever got into because I begged him to draft De'Aaron Fox because I saw what De'Aaron Fox did to him in the NCAA tournament. When he dropped 38 on him and stuff like that. But Lonzo has proven to be a really good NBA player, somebody who can run the point, plays both sides of the ball, can run an offense. And it's really sad what happened to him. Those are doctors. Something went wrong in terms of these procedures that he has had. I don't think he'll ever be the same based off of what we're seeing and hearing and reading about. I've heard that it's even hard for him to get up from the sitting position. You can't play 50, 60, 70 games a year in the postseason and stuff like that. And it's sad because with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, if they had a guy like Lonzo Ball healthy, the Chicago Bulls would be even better than what we've seen. So I'm really, really sad for him. Yeah. I just hope that he ultimately is blessed enough to get his health back right.
Stephen A., who are your sources, bro? Please tell me who your sources are. Come on, man. You gotta stop yapping. And I actually like you, man. I don't even know you like that, but I like you. I'm coming back, man. Come on.
Up against one another, okay? So you got Stefon Diggs, this brother all-world receiver, but clearly wasn't happy. He walked out, didn't want to talk to nobody. They came into training camp. They had some friction. They had to get settled and all of this other stuff. Brother wants out, by the way. I'm just telling you what I know. I got my own sources. Brother wants out. He don't want to be in Buffalo anymore. He don't want to. I'm telling you right now. I have my sources. Stefon Diggs got to be there, but he would prefer to be gone because he's lost a level of belief in the Buffalo Bill. That's right. I said it. It's Stephen A., baby. I'm telling you what I know, okay? They can deny it, they can tell you what to do. I have my sources. I'm telling you what I know, all right? But he's not going to force his way out. He know he got to be there and they got to perform. But he ain't feeling the Buffalo Bills the way that he once did because he feels there's a window of opportunity that they may have missed out on. Josh Allen's got to show them that's not true.
So then you start to ask the million-dollar question. Is Stephen A. Smith lying? Is he simply going for shock value? Or does Stephen A. have some legit sources? Now, Stephen A. is a big-time media personality, and we know Stephen A. has some insider information. A lot of times when he says some things may happen, or they have a chance of happening, then there's some smoke there. Stephen A. isn't a journalist that, doesn't have credibility and a decent history with these type of things. And sometimes this information may leak prior to said athlete wanting it to get out into the public. Teams and players have a way of dealing with these things. And a lot of times they do it in a certain order because, one, the player doesn't want his money or his reputation messed with. And also the organization want to be looked at as fair and cooperative, with its players, like it looks to find the best situation for them. No organization wants a bad name and, in public anyway. And no player wants a bad name because they want to remain in the league. They want to keep themselves open for other jobs because a lot of these billionaires are friends, man, and they get to talking about this player and the next player. You need, the player to vouch for you a lot of times after your career is over, and you need, the team to vouch for you, while your career is still going on. So I just say all that to say that now. Stephen A, obviously, he hit Lonzo back. And I'm going to put up the tweet what he had to say, pretty much saying Lonzo can reach out. He know how to reach him and all that. And, they can get together and talk about this thing. Whereas, it seems like they have a cordial relationship. He may come on the Stephen A podcast. You look at what they were able to do with LeVar and them before they got into the NBA. So there's some history there. Getting in front of the TV and continuing to help market their brand early on. I think with Lonzo Ball, though, I don't think what Stephen A says is all the way capped. Obviously, he can stand up from a sitting position. As an athlete, you want to show that you're able to do those things to help prolong your career or, keep people optimistic about what you'll be able to do once available. But again, this young man has been out for years, and he's still such a young player. So, this will be years at a time, in the prime years of his career. So, Stephen A may not get the story completely right, but there is some smoke there with Lonzo's career, his legs, not being as strong. You look at the injuries LaMelo has had. You start to wonder, if the apple's falling too far from the tree with the injuries in that family. So I don't think Stephen A is all the way capped. And I really feel like, Diggs may want out of there too. I don't think that's too far-fetched. But I do like Diggs' approach. You nip that when you're on the roster because you got to remember you're in the locker room with those guys, and those guys like to feel like you believe in them and that y'all have a common goal together. You don't want too much of that noise on the outside all season. Although it'll be lingering, you don't want anything to throw gasoline on that fire and keep it, igniting to new levels at all time. Because, look, if the season starts out really well, things start to come together, well, I shouldn't say that because the Bills have started out well several seasons in a row. It's the end of the season that has been the problem, how they finish, so, can him and Josh Allen finally get over that hump? And I ain't talking about winning the Super Bowl. You got to get to one, at some point with the roster that you have because that window is closing. And I do believe that for them, that NFL window is typically not that big. Don't look at what the Patriots did as something that, can be done again unless Patrick Mahomes does it because he is the one on the trajectory to do something about like that. So Patty Mahomes may be able to do it, but I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, though. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.